A mistake is a common occurrence in everyone's life. In this house, we have Carlos and Lauren. These two are going to be acquainted with many mistakes. The first was moving in together. But Lauren, she made the ultimate mistake. Now, you're completely invested. Carlos placed that ad in hope of finding some dumb young kid ready to part with their earnings for the extra room in his house. What wound up on his doorstep was the wisp of a girl with the desperation in her eyes. Great. Now he's got a female in his house trying to give him a conscience. Ugh, not what he wants out of his life right now. After Lauren graduated college, she was desperate for a place to stay. She found an ad for a roommate online and moved in with Carlos. Living there at first seemed like a great idea, but Carlos started showing a totally different side. He was cruel and seemed to be hanging around with the wrong crowds. Lauren has no way to leave because she can't afford to live on her own. Does Lauren suck it up or venture out on her own? Welcome to the speed build of Lauren's mistake. And this lot is actually initially built on a completely different lot in Windenburg that it ends up on. It ends up in the countryside, and currently it's built in the city on that 20 by 20 lot that's located by the water. So yeah, building this, I mean, the first part was initially really quick. I had to lay out what I wanted to do with it. I changed it up a little bit, but it's pretty much what it ends up being anyways. Um, it has 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and um it's kind of like a Hispanic feel. I used a lot of the elements from the Jungle Adventure pack in this. Actually, I had built this home um way back before they patched in the what is it? The islands. The islands for those really nice cabinets that came in the Jungle Adventure pack. So this was built before that. So I ended up using a different type of island. I kept it anyways. I thought about changing it now that the island pieces are in, but yeah. I was going to build, I had done this story before, and I was gonna build a brand new home for them, but I really liked the way this one turned out, so I was like, God, I gotta use it. So I just snatched it up and used it again. So it is kind of modern. It is modern, not kind of. It is modern. It is modern, and it still has that Hispanic feel to it. So it kind of feels like Carlos brought this stuff from his home here to Windenburg, which is very Germanesque, European styled, very European styled. And so the outside, that's why it looks like this. It looks a traditional European one that came with Get Together. And then the interior is the Hispanic, the terracotta tiles, the bright, vibrant stone walls on the inside. I mean, just gorgeous. Um, yeah, so I decided to do that. I put plenty of light in here. I ended up changing a little bit of how I did the living room from once it starts. You'll see it get maybe a little bit bigger. That section actually isn't all glass. Yeah, see, I removed it. I was like, that's way too much glass in here. And I wanted to put the kitchen there, so I needed to make sure that it had room. It had room for the cabinets and the countertops. Um, yeah, I said that right. Cabinets, countertops. As you can see, I'm using this really pretty blue and this terracotta. I mean, it's my favorite so far right now. I love the bright mixture with it. I'm excited to see what season brings. That will be coming out in a week, 2 weeks, 2 weeks. 2 weeks. It comes out on the 22nd, and it's the 8th. If you're watching this in the future, it's June 2018. And Yeah, so I had this layout of this house and figured out what I wanted to do with it. And then I was like, well, I can have it all open, but I kind of want to like close it in a little bit because I normally just build open floor plans. Lately, I haven't been building any, but at this time I was. So I shoved shoved a wall there because it was too open for me and I wanted to separate the spaces a little bit to kind of just figure out, well, these are the boundaries for where the rooms are. And a lot of the furniture is Peacemaker. And then just a big hosh posh of all of the packs. And other custom content that I randomly found around in the internet. I don't know. Um, I can't, a lot of it comes from, what is this? The Sims resource. A lot of it comes from the Sims resource. I definitely recommend that if someone is looking for custom content just starting out, that's a really good place to look. Peacemaker actually number one. Number one is Peacemaker. Number then after that is everything else because Peacemakers is very it looks it looks like it belongs in the game. So he does a great job and everything is very um thought out, I guess you could say. Whatever, you know. Um I um I added some more windows to here because I wanted some light in here because that blue is bright, but it still darkens the room a lot. So I wanted to make sure I brought in the adequate amount of light. I love that painting that I put on the wall, yellow, which matches the chair that's in there, as well as the pillows that are on the other chair that it's on the in front of it. Um, just like picking out a bunch of custom content to put in here. Um, as I was doing this, I was like, oh crap, where in the world am I gonna put the dining room? Because at first I was going to put it on the other side of this wall. I was going to put it to make the dining room the space that the piece of furniture that helps separate the living and kitchen space. I was going to use that dining room table, but then I put a wall here and I'm like, I don't know if it's really going to work over here. So I had to try and figure out where I'm going to do it. I was going to have Lauren have an office space, I guess, in here, or like an area to which Carlos let her do her work. Um, and and then I decided, nah, this is gonna have to be a dining room area instead. And I had to move that plant because it was kind of sticking through the walls. And I tried to fill this room up to make it look lived in. And I used that plant from the Jungle Adventure Pack again. And I make this room in here more muted because I wanted God, I'm trying to think of words and it's not working out too well for me, let's be honest. um I didn't want that bright blue everywhere. And I kind of wanted it a little bit muted throughout the rest of the house. So this is me putting in that jungle adventure um part or cabinets, and then I use this island. And I realized there's not enough room for chairs, so I need to like scoot this in a little bit more. You only need one cabinet, and I remove that window just so that I can put more cabinet space in here. Um I have to put the um sink on the wall as well because the sinks don't work on that custom content island. And I was trying to find a table to put right here. See, this is what the dining room was gonna be because I didn't have anywhere else that I wanted to put it. And I was like, I don't really know if that's gonna work. So I shoved this half wall in here. That didn't work. And then I was like, well, I wonder if I just put two chairs since there's only two of them and shove it up against the wall. And I'm like, this could be cute. And I still haven't used those dividers. I've got to. I saw them on the internet. I think they're on the Sims resource. I'm not 100% positive, but and I wanted to use them. I saw them, I fell in love with them, and I still haven't used them. Still haven't used them. So as you see, the way this space is divided, um, I made it smaller. I made it a little bit smaller, and um, I had the dining room, obviously where it's at, but I ended up pushing everything out a little bit, like the Lauren's bedroom. I ended up pushing it and putting the dining table right there where those two picture frames are at. Uh, Carlos's bathroom is actually kind of where you would think Lauren's would be, because it's on her side and hers is on his side. But the way I set it up was there. When you walk in to get to the bathroom, you have to walk further into Carlos's room. That way he can have a bigger bathroom. And I put this roof in, and then I'm gonna have to make a couple of changes to it because obviously I end up moving her room a little bit more so I can make room for the bedroom or the dining room set. So this is me pushing everything out, and you see the small bathroom, big bathroom, and I was like, yeah, this is gonna have to be the master bathroom, but not the master bedroom. um, and so I adjust, obviously, adjusting these roofing. Roofing is still my weakness. I love the roofing in this game, and I hate the roofing in this game at the same time because I'm not good at it. I've never been good at it. So, I mean, it's my love-hate relationship. And see, I pushed that out a little bit, and um this is me finally making the decision. I'm like, okay, this is going to be our little office space for this house. And then I changed my mind and make it the dining room. And I'm glad I did because it's a cute little floor plan. Like, dining room is kind of off to the center. And I guess if we had cars in this game, salty, it wasn't salty at all. I would have the cars parked where the kitchen is at on that side and have a little door going into that section so that you could just walk directly into the kitchen. But alas, it's not to be. So that was me moving the kitchen dining room space. And now I am going to finally plop in some light that actually goes in here. I like the lighting how I do it in the living room because it's tiered, real cute. I love it tiered. I had to get more desks. Every desk that I get, I had to actually go through and clear a bunch of these out because um they weren't fitting right at all, and they would disappear when I try and lay them down. They were like corrupted or whatever. But I found this cute little one that fit on the end of this bar perfectly. Yay, hooray! It's cute. And that blue tile in the kitchen really goes with that same tone of blue that's in the living room. So it kind of brings it in, and it's a little more muted on the wall. Still blue, but not as bright. The yellow, I put that on the island so that I could get it to match with the rug. I like to add little accents here and there so pieces will match, so that there can be kind of like a rhyme to the reasoning. I guess that's how you say it. I don't know. um, so my gosh, there's so much in this house. I actually spent quite a bit of time on here. I've sped this video up 600 times. Yeah, 600 times. So I think this build took me like 2 hours, 2.5 hours, something like that, somewhere around that, to build it. And it's a lot. It really is. But it was fun, for being such a small place. think this is one of my longest ones of small houses, maybe. I don't know. It's because I kept on adding so much stuff and then changing my mind. My indecisiveness. um, as I said, that matching element that I love popping in everywhere. I turned one of the chairs yellow. I mean, it's cute. It's cute. You can't say it's not. Um, and there's me wanting to use those dividers. There's so many of them. They're so cute. I'm gonna have to figure out some house that'll have it. I think it'll just take me building a slightly larger open floor plan kind of place. I just I haven't built the right place for it. Um, I am forever grateful to whomever decided to take the apartment life curtains and change their sizes. Greatest person ever. Thank you. I appreciate you and everything that you did, because now I use those curtains everywhere and I love them. Now, the only thing I need is somebody to do recolors of those or them. I'm gonna have to check that out to see if somebody's done that. It'd be great. You were really good. Um, Shoving clutter, obviously, in this room, a bunch of cookbooks to go in here. So, yeah, cookbooks and little baubles, I guess. Glass of wine, I guess. Like you're walking and you're like, oh, let's have a glass of wine. I'm gonna shove it on this little thing in here instead of an actual table. Real smart. There's not too much left in this building. I still have to do the bedroom. I love Lauren's bedroom. I love the most. Um, I guess I could have done Carlos's a little bit more masculine, but I really liked that peach color with the wall in there. I guess we can just say that his sister got that for him or something. I don't know. Um, and as you see, I was trying to put the cabinet on there so I can shove some clutter on there, and it wasn't working. The lighting in here, I love how I set that up. I'd use the 3 different heights, to make a little art piece, I guess you could say. So I used that red, white, and um blue. No, the orange, white, and blue. Yeah, orange, white, and blue in here. Um, and I'm surprised I didn't put yellow in this room as well. I think that since both rooms, oh, there's yellow in this room. Why am I? Yeah, see, I forgot that quickly. That's where my mind is at. You gotta forgive me. Forgive me. Master bathroom we're currently working on. With a chandelier above the tub. Fancy, fancy. So this has the tub, a shower, um, a obviously toilet and sink. I think it only has one sink, maybe. Possibly. I use this custom one that kind of matches the walls from the Salvadorian world, the floors of it, anyways. And I end up putting I think I put the little wall on there to make it seem enclosed. I believe I do. I built this so long ago and I never did the speed build of it. I feel terrible. Yeah, that little wall. Cute, love it. And I shoved some like conditioner and shampoo and things like that. And then I put a double sink, or not double sink, but double cabinet in this bathroom, and I clutter up the corner, the open countertop, I guess we'll call it. Yeah, the upper counter. Sorry if I'm getting a little bit more quieter. I've been talking for a while now. I'm trying to actually get all of these speed builds done for this series that I want to come out before Seasons comes out in a few days, so that I can kind of have my story with a little bit of a flow to it, and kind of get into the beginning of a series. It's kind of hard to get going, and so like I made all these characters and I made their backstories, and I'm wondering if I'm gonna hop from household to household or if I'm just going to be, touching down on everybody's story from from the main character Callie's house. I'll probably switch every once in a while, very, very shortly, so that you can kind of see like major events that happen, drama that unfolds, so you can kind of have the inside scoop on it, and and then you go back and Callie will have no idea what's going on, but you will know. um, it's almost done. That's exciting. So I'm almost pretty much done with this build. It's available on the gallery. If you look up my name, Nick #NickSims or #NextBuilds or #Lauren's mistake. I actually uploaded this when I was changing computers, so I'm gonna have to re-upload it. Just because it doesn't have hashtags on it, and I'm gonna have to add those. But you'll be able to find them, don't worry. Real simple, real easy. I mean, just uh not too bad, not too shopsters. So I'm gonna leave you here to the end of the video, finishing up the bedroom and the screenshots of the home. So please let me know what you think in the comments below, and like and subscribe if you enjoyed what you watched here. And as always, thank you for watching.